Welcome everyone to the WPBA Dr. Pool Jacoby Invitational. My name is Ada Leo and I'm joined in the booth by Emily Duddy, the Billiard Bombshell.
Hi guys, happy to be here. Thanks for tuning in. We have a great match for you guys.
Yes, we will be featuring Janet Atwell versus Allison Fisher.
Awesome. Two very seasoned pros here, also good friends.
So the player introductions are being announced in the arena right now. So let's go over some match rules while we do this. So right now, this is going to be a lag for the break. There's an alternate break format, race to 8. It's a 9-ball, does not count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. It's a 3-point break rule, and 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game. And it's cue ball fouls only. Just to explain a little bit about the 3-point break rule, 3 balls must be combination pocketed or crossing the kitchen. If that doesn't happen, then the incoming player can accept the table and they must shoot the lowest ball first, or they can give the table back to the original breaker, of which the breaker can push out. So Emily, super excited to see this matchup.
Yes, I know. I actually played Allison on the loser side last night.
Wow.
Which is very rare. I've never played her on the loser side. I've only played her on the winner's side. And Allison had a first round, well, she got a bye, obviously, as a top 16 seed. And then she lost to it's Mina, right? I think it's
Mina.
Mina from Japan, 8-4, actually. So obviously Mina played very well.
These international ladies are so tough.
Yes, there are a lot of unseeded killers out here this event that grinded through stage 1, and it is basically a world-class field, which we always have, but this one has a lot of new players that have never played on the WPBA, but are very well known on the international scene, right? So we are excited to have them with us, and it makes for a much more exciting event also.
Yeah, we have players from Japan, Vietnam, Switzerland, Germany,
Spain, Argentina, right? I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
super international. I love to see it.
Yes, great. And Janet is obviously a very seasoned pro and remains to the top of the rankings. Do you know who she lost to her first match?
I'm not sure. This is a B-side matchup, so unfortunately the loser of this match will exit the tournament while the winner will continue playing. It's going to be a full day of matches, so we'll be streaming again at 2, 5, 7, and 9, and we are in Central Time. We are at the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center in Rothschild, Wisconsin. Just wanted to thank the event sponsors for this. It's Dr. Pool Promotions, Jacoby Custom Cues. They're the 2 title sponsors that have brought this wonderful event to Wisconsin. And then we are at the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center, the city of Rothschild, Oldhausen, Simona's Cloth, Incredible Bank, On the Hill Billiards Club, NPA Midwest Pool Players Association, Diamond Billiard Products, Airmouth Billiard Balls, the Erickson Fisher Group. So these are all the wonderful sponsors that help contribute to make this event happen.
Yes, we could not do it without them, and so grateful for their continued support. Thank you guys again for tuning in. You can also support our stream, which Lonnie Fox and the team here works very hard by liking, subscribing, and you can also always donate, and all of that money goes to making the stream better and better, which we have been doing the last couple of years, and the product's been increasing. So thank you guys for your continued support.
So this round, we have a lot of really great players happening right now. So just take a look around the room. We have Taruku Macklin against Savannah Easton. Maria Teresa, otherwise known as Mighty Ropero, playing against Jordan Helfery, the youngest
our new young
WPBA.
gun. Yes, Jordan.
Joanne Mason-Parker is facing Kaylee McIntosh. Soledad Ayala versus Sandy Chang. Kelly Fisher versus Veronique Menard. Of our feature match, Janet Atwell versus Allison Fisher. Lori John Braun versus April Larson. And Monica Webb versus Wanling Wan. So many great players. And if you want to follow the progress of your favorite player, go to digitalpool.com, click on tournaments, and type in WPBA, and this event will be up. And then you could check out the live scores, because obviously I can only show just the feature stream, and in between the racks, I try to peek around the room. But if you want to have more immediate results, check out live scores and also the bracket. This morning at 10 o'clock, we featured winner side matches. So many exciting matches, so many upsets. The B side is looking really crazy. So lots going on there. And we do have ball sets coming up to be sold. If you're interested in purchasing a ball set from this tournament, lightly used, is $370. It's a Tournament TV Pro Cup set. Really great set, normally over $500, but you can get a set here. We have about 8 sets to sell. A few already have been spoken for, so go to WPBA.com/store to purchase one.
Exciting. Yeah, as you said, we have Kelly Fisher on the loser side. We have Monica Webb on the loser side. We have Wang on the loser side.
Christina Tkach on the loser side.
Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot about that. Yes.
There were several Hill matches that were super exciting to watch. Hill, Christina Tkach versus Bean Hung, and Bean Hung emerged victorious. So a lot of B-side killers.
Yeah, no, it's such a great event. There are no weak links, and it will continue to just get more and more exciting throughout the day. All right, so we're waiting for these announcements to finish up, and we will get going here.
Why don't we talk a little bit about their where they're from?
Yes, let's talk about Janet Atwell. She is from Bristol, Virginia, or Tennessee. Actually, her pool room is right on the border of Virginia and Tennessee, and we have the lag going on here. Janet is the owner of Borderline Billiards, guys, and if you have not been there, it is one of the top pool halls in the country, I would say. And we host many women's events, but WPBA events there as well. And we had one last year, and I'm sure they're negotiating to have one again. So fingers crossed, we'll get back to Janet's room in Bristol, Tennessee/Virginia. All right, looks like Allie won the lag.
So if you are paying attention to the score, if the score is even, then Allie's going to be breaking. And if the score is odd, then Janet will be breaking, since this is an alternate breaking format.
Yes, and what that means, guys, is like when you're going to add up the scores together, right? So 0-0, 2-0, right? If it was going to be like 1-3, 1-3-1, that would be equal 4, right? So that's all Allie's breaks.
Yep.
And then odd would be, the odd add up is Janet, and that's a good way to remember it if you're in an alternate break format yourself. Awesome. So let's again continue with Janet. Her highest rank is number 8. Her current ranking is number 11. And she is a Peach Hour player. Her highest finish is 5th, and she has multiple top 10 finishes, many state titles, including Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Oklahoma. Her sponsors are NFI, Blue Emu, Borderline Billiards, Brunswick, Peach Hour, Jam Up, 3 Second Cases, and Team Straight Pull Eye. Awesome. And then let's talk about this first break, and then we'll go into Allie's bio.
Yes. So it looks like her break was compliant.
Yes, definitely. And then it looks like the 2-ball, right, is in the middle of the table. So this looks like a great opening rack. The 5-ball, right, that 5, and that looks like the 6. The 5-6 is going to be a little tricky. That's going to be really the key position of this rack.
I think she could just float this 2 and get position for this pink 4 into the side. Oh, and she looked like she's opened it up a little bit.
She tried to open it up. Yeah, she tried to push that down to give herself more room, right, to get position for the 5 in that top corner.
So how do you like drawing this to get to the 5? Or there's maybe a little bit too much angle.
A little too much angle, I would say, to draw back now. That would be a tall order. I would say
she looks like she's queuing to draw, though.
From this, she might have less angle than it looks like on camera too. She might be able to throw it, right? Throw the 4-ball in and get to that to play the 5 in the top right corner. That would be ideal. Okay, so she decided to settle, and now it looks like she can play the carom, right? But that is offensive. She can play a safety. She could send the 5 down table and the cue ball up table.
She could go for this bank. I'm sorry. Like, if you really like banks.
I mean, the bank, that's true. But the bank, the only problem with the bank is it's such a severe back cut that she'd be sending the cue ball towards the 6. And she can't really control the cue.
Well, it could be bank in the bottom left corner too.
Yeah, Allie's such a seasoned pro, and she's like cautious and methodical. Yeah, exactly. That's the bank or the safe I would assume that she would play.
That's the smarter shot, especially in the first rack. You're trying to get used to the conditions of the table. You know, we are playing with diamond billiard products here, and the shelf is so deep on the corner pockets. Plus, there's a big arena light, heats up the table a little bit. It's very slick. So you want to get a good feel of the table. In the first rack, you're going to see a lot of conservative play while the ladies get settled in.
For sure. Now, and it has a good. She's going to be going for the jump here, but if she wanted to, she could also potentially kick safe and kind of masse into the back of that 5 and set it up table. Yeah, I preferred the kick safe there. The jump. It didn't feel good. Now, she got unfortunate to leave that 5-ball, the 9-ball hanging.
This is
and I think Allie's looking at it.
This is looking tasty.
Yeah,
looking
it's a little juicy.
She was like, nope, I'm not taking any chances.
Honestly, if it was like, it's a little bit of a cut, so for the 9, it's not completely hanging. So better choice to go for the run out. Yeah, I mean, everything's wide open, so Allie can elect to go forward. She could play the 7 in the top left corner, and I assume that she's going to do that. She could also draw back for the 7 in the side, but you could get on the wrong side of that ball.
Yeah, so maybe just punching it off the rail with a little draw to get back to the middle of the table. Well, she's got to use the bridge, too. Maybe it'll be easier for her to go forward.
I like forward 2 rails into the long line for the 7 in the corner. Allie's obviously an old snooker champion, so with the bridge, she is very competent. And
look at that bridge technique. Yeah,
so beautiful. But
her fundamentals are so amazing.
I mean, she is the greatest women player of all time, arguably, right?
Right.
So, yes, guys, watch Allison Fisher, of course, all of the little things, her pre-shot routine, her fundamental, the way she stays down. Everything about Allie is just top tier.
So smooth. Look at the stroke.
Pause, follow through, beautiful. And yes, this looks like straightforward. You want to go into Allie's accolades, which are literally probably 5 pages long, but
well, we've kind of confined it to this little area. So
no, we have consolidated it. But yes, you know what I meant. She's so many amazing titles.
So who you see right now shooting the 9 is Allison Fisher, also known as the Duchess of Doom. She's currently residing in Charlotte, North Carolina, and originally from England. Her current WPBA rank is number 4, and she has had the highest rank of number 1. Her first WPBA event was 1995.
Yeah, she came over from England and just swooped in and just started, taking all those titles right away.
She's like, I'm a snooker champ. I'm going to come and dominate.
Yes, no, it was amazing. I mean, obviously, she burst onto the scene.
Mm-hmm. So she is a Mez-sponsored player playing with a Mez Ace 2187. She also has a Mez Break Q, Mez Air Drive 3. Also plays with a Kamui Chalk, Kamui Medium Brown Original Tip. Her sponsors are Mez Q's, Fort Worth Billiards, Brunswick Billiard Table, Jam Up Apparel, and Break Time Billiards and Sports Bar, as well as Kamui brand. She has over 80 professional titles, including 4 World Championships, World Games, gold medal, 8 national and 8 U.S. Open titles. So no slouch here.
She's the most decorated woman player of all time, guys. It's a true pleasure to have her.
I'll be wondering
with us at this event.
if she is a Jeopardy trivia question. That would be an amazing Jeopardy trivia question.
That would not be surprised if she was the answer for a Jeopardy question,
Yep.
actually. Yes. All right, some people are asking about our Q spin. That is happening tomorrow, Ada, correct?
I think so. I unfortunately don't have information. I will ask about it later on.
Yes, it's definitely happening tomorrow, guys. We did a Q spin, which was an amazing giveaway that you could buy tickets for, and it was 14 Qs, and it was about I think $17,000 retail with all the Qs involved. Guys, it was we did a fundraiser for charity. Shared Blessings was our charity that we did, and it was just a really great cause, and it also helped raise some more money for the prize fund of this event as well. So thank you everyone who participated in that, and we're excited to give away all those Qs tomorrow. we will get you the time TBD. All right, so it looked like Janet went for a safe there, but I didn't quite get there, I think.
Yeah, I think Allison can definitely pot this and get 3 rail position around, or 2 rails, depending on how she strokes this.
It's a little straight. I think the 2 ball's down at this bottom corner. I think
You
she's
think
going
she
to
could
draw
draw it?
straight back.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep. Going forward was dangerous because of the 8 ball. There's a lot of traffic with the 3 and the 6 in the middle of the table.
True.
Right, yeah, so that was kind of this nice, safe path. This, I would imagine, she's going to draw 2 rails out for the 3 in the side, but again, that 6 ball's there. So she could try to keep it safe and follow to go back up table, but that's cutting across the line of the position zone for the 3. So let's
We don't
see.
want to go across the line. We
We
want to
don't
go towards the line.
We want to go into the line, yes.
Yes.
In the line. And that was a great shot. She got fortunate to go off the point, and you can see she kind of put her hand up there in acknowledgement because the point actually helped her slow down the cue ball. Mm-hmm. Right? She would have been a little further up table with a little bit more cut, which wouldn't have been as ideal considering where the 4 ball's lying. So now she can just roll forward, right? 4 ball in the top left corner, and then she can take the 6 in that bottom right corner. If she likes it, she can pull it back for the 6 on the side. Mm-hmm. The 7 to the 8 is really the key shot here, I would say, because the 8's kind of towards that top rail.
Well, she left herself with a steeper cut there on this 5 ball.
So she must have had a little more angle than it looks like on that 3.
Yeah, I would think she was going to hit the top short rail and then kind of get more towards the middle of the table.
I think she just tried to settle for short side position, honestly, and it just went a little further than she wanted. So now it's a choice between going for this beautiful kind of long cut down the rail, or the safer shot, right, is just playing the safety, and she could get to put the 5 behind the 9 ball at the bottom of the table.
I'm thinking safety.
Yes, exactly, just like that.
Still very early, so don't want to be taking unnecessary chances here. Both of these ladies are on the B side, so you're going to probably see more conservative play and nothing too crazy going on.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Now, she came up short on that safety, so Janet's going to have a good opportunity to return the safe here. Try to definitely hook her. And, that was a really great option.
Ooh, it's a jail time.
That was... Now, Janet, that's like a detention, I would say. Jail would be like frozen on that 7.
I know. Those are the things I really appreciate when I watch these ladies play, that they can get a ball snuggled up to another ball.
Yeah, we're always trying to like freeze you on it, and like no room to breathe,
Yeah, so it unfortunately was not enough rotation to freeze up to the ball.
But it was still a great shot, and but Allie does have a great 1 rail kick here. Now, if she left the 5 closer to the side, she would be going for the kick in the side. But she's going for contact here, and maybe try to get some separation, maybe get a fortunate roll. Ooh, like that. I don't know if she got there. Let's see.
I think she left her an opportunity.
She left her a chance to pocket the 5 in the bottom right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all your comments, and I am excited to be in the booth today with Ada. And commentating again for these amazing women that you guys are watching. So.
Oh, would you like to tell us about the film crew that is here?
Oh, yes.
Or is that a super secret thing?
No, it's not, actually. So, guys, you might have seen on our social medias and here in Rothschild, Wisconsin, at our tour championships, we have a documentary trailer being filmed for Q Queens. And Q Queens is going to be a project about women pool players, and we have a lot of exciting footage that we've done already. And we've been doing interviews. They filmed a lot of the players at the Brunswick factory, or their headquarters, I should say. And the film crew, we have producers in from LA and from London, and it's a really, really top-notch all-women team. So please, you can find Q Queens on Instagram. Please check them out, and you can follow along as the filming progresses. It's really exciting.
Wow, that's so great.
Yeah, I'm excited to... Oh, what a great kick by Allie. So Janet, guys, there did play a nice two-way shot where she hooked Allie on the 5 ball and got position on the 6 as well, but Allie came with that beautiful kick that you saw. Yeah, so please stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. They will be doing more filming at other tournaments as the year 2025 gets underway, and it has a bunch of great personalities, and I'm happy to be one of the featured players.
How could they not have you?
Aw,
Seriously, you're like
thanks.
crowd favorite.
Thank you, Ada.
You know, every
you're
time
very
I see
sweet.
there's like a Pro-Am charity fundraiser, we do have that in some of our tournaments, and Emily just riles up the crowd with her vivacious personality. So
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
you need this to
Listen,
help
I
like
love-
generate the
yeah.
interest and get people to
Yeah.
play pool, right?
No, listen, I've been out here for, full time for 22 years. I still love it so much, and I love the fans the most, and I love the players, and it's really great. Yes, Carly McGee, thank you for, it's Q Queens, CUE, and then Queens like normal, QUEENS. But yeah, Q as in pool Q. So yeah, definitely check that out. So Allie got good on this. Well, she didn't want to be on the rail here, but she got a nice angle for the 8, right, to just float down for the 9.
Oh no.
Wow. So guys, that shows that
She's human.
she is human for sure.
She's
That's
not a robot.
Human I know she's not a fembot. That's my favorite term from Austin Powers.
Definitely not a fembot.
Not a fembot, but you can see there the 7 to the 8. Remember, I mentioned that was the key shot of the rack, and she got a good angle, but you never, being on the rail, obviously just is we're hitting a round object, right? So it just eliminates so much of that cue ball that you can hit. So it's so much easier to miss a shot or miss cue or skid, right? So that's kind of what happened there.
And we are playing with 4 1/4 inch pockets, so
yeah,
they're
the tables,
a bit tight.
They are tight. The diamonds are kind of that deep shelf, so you really have to hit the ball well. Yeah, let's check out the rest of the room.
Yeah, so while Janet has put herself on the board, it's a 1-1 race right now. We have pretty much the whole room is like 1-1 except for Kelly Fisher.
Kelly Quickfire, yes, is up 3-0 against Vero Menard.
We've been talking like 15 minutes. Maybe what is going on here?
Always Kelly, yes. We have Lori John up 2-0 against April Larson. And again, these matches are very early, but Monica Webb and versus Wang Wang, that's going to be a great match. It's 1-1. Soledad and Sandy 1-1. Yeah, everybody else is just getting underway. So, we'll see who starts to pull ahead here in a little bit.
Yes.
And 1-1 on our feature table as well. All right. So it is Allison's break.
And everyone, please like, share, and follow, and thumbs up so that we can drive up the engagement and continue to offer free streams of the top ladies playing pool.
Yes, we appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, someone mentioned the diamond pockets. Yes, the diamond tables are unforgiving, and they are really great tables. So that deep shelf, you really have to hit the ball well. You cannot punch it, or the ball will usually jar.
Also, you can't decelerate either. It'll punish you for that.
Exactly. It punishes you for bad fundamentals. You really have to hit them clean. This is a really interesting rack here. The one's up table with this 2-ball down table. She has to find this window, right? Between.
Let's check this other view out.
Yes. Oh, thank you. That's perfect. So she has angle to go through the 4-5 window, right? That's kind of what she wants to spin 2 rails through that 4-5 window, because otherwise she's using a lot of inside, right, to try to miss the 4 to get down for the 2. So that's the natural line there.
Or if she does not like that, she could always play safe and leave the 1 ball at the short rail like what she's doing right now.
Yeah, you know what? And that's a good call. If she felt like she couldn't get position on the 2 guys, the safer shot is to take the safe on the 1, which she did. She wanted to be behind the 8, obviously, right? But it was still very constructive.
Yeah.
But actually, Janet has a nice return here with the 4, where the 4-5 is. So she can play a safety, kind of like similar to the one that she played behind the 7 earlier, and float the cue ball behind the 4, sending the 1 to the opposite short rail. Let's see. So she tried to kind of keep it more simple and send the 1 down table.
I think she just leaked out. I would have liked your idea
did.
to kind of
well, when
use
you're-
the 4 and the 5 as
Yeah.
blockers.
When you're playing such a strong, like a world champion like Allison, you really want to go for the more aggressive safety, right? Like if you're, you want to think about who you're playing and how good that safe needs to be. Because if you're going to get in a safety battle or something like that, you really need to go for the more aggressive safe, because she probably can outplay it. I think she has to go rail first here. Yeah, rail first. So good speed. She wanted to hit a little harder, right, and send the 1 ball up table for a kick safety.
I think Janet has a choice of going to the top right corner pocket or the side pocket, but she's got to think about how to get shape for this 2 ball.
Yeah, the corner is really not ideal. Like, she really can't get position on the 2 from the corner because she's going forward and the 8's blocking, right? The side, she could make it in the side and come off the top rail and come down and then have a better position to play a safe on the 2, right? She really can't. I mean, the 2 doesn't have an open pocket. The 2 on Karam's there, but she could try to get there. Yeah, see, she was just trying to get down to like here, because she's gonna have to play she couldn't get on the other side to play the 2-9 Karam from that angle, right? So now she has a nice little stop safety where she could tuck the 9, the cue ball behind the 9 and send the 2 up table, but she has a lot of traffic there, right?
Yeah.
The 9 and the 5 could block the 2 from going up table. She could try to get the window between the 5 and the 8 ball, right, to send the 2 ball up.
There's a lot of options.
But really, you want to focus on the cue ball here.
Oh, I don't think this was a good hit. Let's see if...
I think it was a good hit.
You think so?
Yeah, it was a good hit. She hit the 2 ball first. She actually might have been going for the carom there. It was kind of like a really extreme back, like a draw, like off the 2, because you could see she sent the 9 ball towards that bottom
Right,
left.
okay.
And she was lining up and looking at that. And it was very low percentage. Honestly, I think that she was being maybe more aggressive because she's playing Allison and she wants to get that another game on the board. But...
Well, I think it's going to be whoever's the most patient is going to win.
Well, I mean, in an ideal world, that's true. But, we can talk about knowledge and Allie's experience. And Janet is very experienced as well. But I think it comes down to making good choices.
Yeah. And I
Right.
think you're right that she needed to play a safe on that, too. And
Yeah.
that was just very aggressive.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't blame Janet if she was feeling it in that moment. Obviously, I'm an aggressive player
You're
as well.
all about feeling it.
Right.
You
Well,
gotta-
yeah. And sometimes I'll go back and I'll be like, I should have played a safe there. But in the moment, if I'd made it, obviously I wouldn't be saying that. So,
True.
all right. So, yeah, she's now the table's wide open. She's a little straight on this 5. She'll probably just play a stop shot, I would think, for the 8 in the side pocket and keep it simple. She could also just roll forward, but I don't see why if she's straight
Stop
on the
shot.
5. Yeah, just stop shot. 8, 9, looking good.
And for those of you who are doing homework, beginner players, stop shot is the bread and butter. So if you don't know how to do stop shot, keep working on it.
Yes, stop shot is a great, and it's the best drill really, because you're kind of hitting like a center stun, but it's just it shows you're in your issues of your stroke or fundamentals. So the stop shot is the move. All right, 2-1 Allie.
Gonna play a video while they're racking.
Let's. All right, so Janet's break. She is hoping to potentially break and run here and tie up the score, right? That is the goal on her serve. If she can not let Allie back to the table, that is ideal. Let's see how her break works out for her.
So what has been your favorite tournament this season?
Oh, yeah, somebody asked that in the chat. We had so many wonderful events, and we had so many of them this year. Let me think. So we had Iron City, we had Fairfield, Iowa, we had New York. New York was very fun for me just as a New Yorker, right? To have the locals.
Not have to get on an airplane, right?
Yes, and be able to drive. New Hampshire, Capital City, we had the Laconia Biker Week event. That was very fun. I'm going to say favorite one of the year. I'm going to go with the New York Racks event. Yeah, just because of
Hometown crave it.
Hometown. Yeah, hometown. And, Racks was great to host us. And then I would also say this tournament, even though it was just a monster field. So, but it's been really well run, and it's such a pleasure to have. The Tour Championships always brings out the best of the best as well. There's more money added to this event. So this one has been great. Ending the year really in a strong way for the WPBA. So Janet's break was fantastic there, right?
Everything's all open.
Yes, everything's wide open. This is really the key shot, in my opinion, to get on the 4-ball, right? Because it's just on the kind of steep on the rail, so she really doesn't want to have too much angle here.
Look, she's punching it off the rail though. Yeah,
she got a little straight here, and she's gonna have to punch across. Yeah. And she hit that really well considering the angle she had on the 3. So she can roll. She can kind of, I don't know. I don't like rolling this.
I think she has to go.
Want to let your stroke out. Yeah,
go
she
across.
Can go across. Yep, to play the 5 in the same pocket. That's a nice option. She wants the goal here is the 5 has a lot of pockets open, right? So you're gonna focus on making that 4-ball. Hitting with a really confident stroke when the ball is really close to the rail like that. You don't want to baby it, right? Because anything could happen if it catches the rail at all.
Right. Deceleration is the enemy of your stroke.
She hit that beautifully. That was the right shot, 100%. Let your stroke out. She used that other rail, right, to get really good position on the 5.
Now she can elect to stop shot this or...
Well, she has a little too much angle to stop shot, but she can still stun it and kind of keep it right there.
Or if she's feeling good with her stroke, she can just hit the one rail and come out.
She has enough to throw this in and just kind of stop it where she's at, which is the goal. Yeah, and that was a really great option she elected, because if she drew any more, she was going to be too straight. And that was really the only danger from that position, was to get too straight on the 6.
So keeping it simple.
Keep it simple. Yep, she has a nice angle now to go. I would go one rail and just down for the 9 in the bottom right, but she looks like she's drawing out. Yeah, and that's a great option too.
She wanted to be fancy.
Nice confident stroke. And that's a really, she drew into, you see that there's like kind of a V position, a big V zone right by the 9. And she got into the very top of that. So that gave her more room for error for speed, right? If she had drew down further or like a different angle, she would have cut across the smaller margin for that position. So
use
on
a bigger
9.
area.
You want to find that kind of V zone, a good position, right? I always say, great out by Janet.
Very nice.
Tying it up 2-2. That's what she wanted, right?
Yes, she did.
Yes, fabulous. Yeah, so I always, when I'm giving lessons, I tell my students.
You're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
So when you're giving lessons.
Yeah. So when I'm giving lessons, I tell my students, to go to, the object ball, like the 9 ball or the next ball you're shooting at, right? And you can find, there's a line, right, where, position starts to get bad. Right, where positions okay, this is where I really don't like it on either side, right? So this is finding the right side of the ball kind of stuff. So you can go, this is going to be really bad on this line, on this this side of the ball, and then go to the other side of the ball. And then that gives you this nice V from the object ball out to the rail or wherever it is, right? Then you can find, try to find what's the best track line to get to the widest part of that V. Right? And that gives you the most margin for error. That's what pros are often doing, right? They're finding the longest line into the best position zone, and then they have a lot more options and they get in trouble a lot less. Right?
And there's also playing your percentages. I think everyone has their own comfort zone? Are they like more of a draw player, a follow player? What is part of their shot library, their repertoire of shots, right?
For
And
sure, for sure.
just really playing to your skills.
Agreed. Yes, and that's as you become a more seasoned and experienced player, you know, the amount of options that you see increases, right? And that's when you can work with a coach to they can show you those other shots, right, when you're playing. And that's what I would, did with one of my coaches for years. It was like I would play and, okay, what shots do you see? Well, you didn't see these other two shots. Okay, that increases now. I start to learn and have those in my tool bag, right?
Oh, jail safe.
That was a jail safe. I would say that's a jail safe, but she does have the one rail kick. She can spin off the top rail, it looks like. So the jail, I think even the worst jail safe would be the other side of the 7.
Yes.
Where she didn't have that one rail. And it looks like she's coming 2 rails behind it. Yep.
That's a nice kick.
Yep. So that's like the holding cell for jail.
So for those of you who are joining us right now, we are in day 2 of the WPBA Dr. Poole Jacoby Invitational. We are featuring a B-side match between Janet Atwell and Allison Fisher. And in the booth is Ada Leo and Emily Duddy.
Yes. Hi, guys. Emily Duddy here. And thank you so much for watching.
Please like, share,
Tuning
and
in.
follow.
Yes.
We do have 2025 looking to be a jam-packed season.
Yes, another jam-packed season. So many great events, new events on the calendar. We have a world championship also, guys.
Yeah, so
stay tuned for that announcement.
They're still finalizing some details.
Yes.
What I can reveal is that we are kicking off the 2025 season at Iron City Billiards in Birmingham, Alabama, January 29th to February 2nd. So if you want to come and see us in person and participate in some fun challenge matches.
Yes, Iron City Billiards is a great pool room in Birmingham, guys. So come see us if you're around January 29th. Now, what a great save by Janet. So Allie played a safe, but she left Janet the whole ball, right? She tried the safe that Allie played. And Janet got her behind this 8, which was a tall order, and she hit it very well. So Allie's she's looking right now at the kind of this 2-rail kick. I mean, the options are very limited. The 3 and the 4 kind of remove that 1 rail, right? She could try to maybe get in the window between the 3 and the 4 ball there, right? And try to find that line. That might be, I think, the best shot, honestly.
So would you consider this a jail safe?
This is a lock. Yes. This is like a penitentiary.
Very
right?
nice. Penitentiary.
Penitentiary. This is like a line now. See, there you go. Oh, she just missed it. Yeah, and the reason that was the best kick also was because she was jacked up over the 6 ball. That's actually the 6. She was jacked up over the 6 ball for the 2-railer. And she just barely missed it. It was a very good attempt.
I like to see some strategic shot making like this where
look at this 1-9 combo.
So tempting.
And I understand Janet's perspective here, right? Because she just wants to get another game on the board, but it's
very far
tough
away.
There's a lot of distance between the 1 and the 9. Obviously, if she's feeling it, go for it. But
I would say it's gutsy.
It's gutsy. It is gutsy. I agree. Juicy. And let's see. Janet's feeling it, but it is very risky.
So risky.
I would say the lower percentage. And she had a wide open table with the 2. I think did go. She could also just played another safe. She could have honestly got Allison on 3 fouls because she had that 2-8 right there. She could have played another really good jail safe. And then if she had played a safe, right, she could have froze her on the 2-8, which is really good. Then send the 1 ball back up by the 6 and the 7, and potentially got in more blockers.
Yeah.
So I honestly would have played the 3 foul there
and
not the combo. But I understand Janet's perspective playing Allison. You see opportunities. Like, you don't look at that shot. You don't get very many against Allison. So I think she saw, let me try to finish this rack now, and went for it.
I think she needs to make Allison sweat a little bit.
I mean, it's 2-2, right? So Alice, Allie, she did miss that 8 the last game. I mean, Allie has given her chances. This is pretty tricky, the 2 to the 3 right here. This is the key shot. But the 6 is also a little tough towards the top of the table. So that's a nice shot for that. So this is really the position from the 5 to the 6.
Yeah.
Is critical because of where the 7 ball is, right? Let's see. it looks like I don't if she can roll, if she can like just roll this in and play the 5, she could get a nice angle on the 5 to the 6 to draw back up table. Yeah, I anticipated her letting her stroke out.
Yeah, she used some inside English there.
You know, so she really wanted to be on the other side of the 5. And so, guys, when we use that terminology, it is, you know, you can see that if she had gone down further down table and been on the left side of the 5 ball, right, she would have had a natural angle to follow forward for the 6 up table.
Now she's got to go all around the table.
Yes.
Oh, more inside English.
Yeah, you know, that was a really, really great shot. I mean, just keeping it simple, focusing on making the 5 and finding that that great window for the 6.
And it still was like in a big area too.
Yeah, and she's a lot of options here. She could go forward 2 rails. She could draw back like that and just let her stroke out. And guys, see there again, she like used that other rail and came back into the line for that 7.
The rails are your friends. I mean, I see a lot of beginner players trying to hold things, and no.
So true, Rita. Yes, use those rails, guys. And you want angle. Angle is better than being straight in. I see a lot of people dip ball in hand and they just set up that straight shot, but you can't really move the cue ball as easily, right? You want that natural angle.
Well, maybe they want to use spin, and then they want to spin out of the straight shots.
No bueno. No.
I mean, some people are watching way too many videos of fancy things going on in the Philippines.
That's very true. But no, angle is your friend, guys, because then you can move the cue ball. Now, of course, if you're a beginner, you can focus on just making the shot. But really, to play the game right, you need to have a shot for the net. You need position for the next shot.
3-ball patterns.
Nice out by Allie, and that was really a consequence of Janet going for that 1-9 combo.
All right, let's play a video.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
Incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
Gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.
All right. So
sorry about that. I didn't realize that they would quickly rack and break. So
all right. So it looks like Allie can maybe just graze this 1 ball. It looks like that's what she's aiming for, right?
So there's a question in chat about how women can get involved in WPBA. We do have more information on our WPBA website. There is a tab for how to get involved, so you can join one of the regional tours and play in a qualifying event and, earn a spot for one of the tournaments. Or if you are close to one of the promoters, we have promoter spots. And you can submit your information and get on the wait list too. So definitely more information on the website, WPBA.com. Click on how to get involved.
Yes, definitely. We used to have regional tours all over the country, guys. Now it's a little bit more limited. We have the JP Newt in the Northeast. So playing on the JP Newt is a sanctioned WPBA tour. But yes, check out WPBA.com for more info. And it's a great time to potentially, try to any kind of time you can compete with the best in the world. So we look forward to seeing new faces and new talent all the time. So. All right, so Janet tried to play a safe there, I think, and didn't quite get it and left the whole ball for Allie. Allie's jacked up over this 7, but I think she can just draw back. Yep, she can just draw back a little for this 2.
Yep.
Great shot. And somebody else asked about our coaches, guys, and coaching is very beneficial, and having a steady coach is really what take your game to the next level. And you want to, think about what your goals are and what your style is and what you're looking to, because different coaches offer different things, right? So it's really finding a coach that works for you and connects for you. Like when I first got on tour, I worked with Stu Matana, and he is an expert in kicking systems and two-way shots and, pattern play. And it really helped me when I was a beginning pro. Then I moved to Mike DiPolitano, who is Kelly Fisher's coach, and he was an expert on pre-shot routine, on drills, on rhythm play, and really was able to help me with my pre-shot routine and my fundamentals and getting those stable. So, yes, guys, oh, wow.
Oh, that was uncharacteristic.
Uncharacteristic miss, yes, unexpected for sure. Huge opportunity for Janet Atwell here. A little straight on this 4-ball, but I think has enough angle. That motion she just did was signaling to the time clock operator that she was grabbing the extension for the butt of her cue.
Yes, because each player is given a 40-second shot clock per shot, and they're allowed 1 extension per rack.
Yes, and 2 extensions if it is hill-hill. So she was motioning that to get it paused, but that was a great... Getting that extension helped her out, so she didn't have to use the bridge, right, guys? Look for when you have a pull cue, right? A lot of the cue makers offer those extensions, and they really help out in those kind of situations where you just need a little extra.
Yes.
Right.
So I agree with Emily on the coaching, and it helps accelerate your learning because they can point out things that you're doing and make changes that will make a big difference as you get further along in your game. It's all about these little details that make a huge difference. Yes. And I don't have an official coach. I pick my friends' brains, and New York City has such wonderful high-level players like Emily. So I play a lot of leagues in Amsterdam and Society, and I have befriended a lot of players. And I'm definitely a student of the game. A lot of my learning lately has been doing these live streams and watching these professional players and taking notes and going back and doing homework. So
that's great, Ada.
Yeah, a wonderful opportunity for me to get to know these players and learn how to play at a higher level and look for things that can help improve my game.
Yes, guys. I also would say pre-shot routine is gigantic. And that's what I focus on with my students is, the pre-shot routine. So you always want to step into the shot, right? You can line up with your back legs, step in. You want to keep it really clean. 1, 2 steps. If you move your feet, you want to stand back up. Then you can see Janet, a nice little pause on her backstroke, follow through, stay down, right? All these little, just keeping it clean, a really clean, simple pre-shot routine that you do every single time. And you can see Janet's a seasoned veteran pro, and just stepping into the shot keeps you in alignment, right?
I know last year I was really working on changing my backswing. Mika Immonen was like, this backswing is too quick.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to fix this. I'm like, world champion's telling me something. I need to go correct it. So it was more than 6 months of painful backswing adjustment where I was missing everything because everything had to be recalibrated.
Yes, guys, and and a lot of people might be hesitant to get an instructor or coach because they don't, they're uncomfortable changing things. But the only way to get better is to be uncomfortable for a little while. You might take a step back, right? And while you're learning and changing things in your stance or your fundamentals, your game might go down for a bit. And that is so important to push through that uncomfortable time because then, you will progress and jump forward and to another level in the future, right? You have to go through that pain. It's a little bit painful, right? But it's so worth it. So guys, people are asking about instructors in your area. I would, you can reach out to the local pool halls, right? Somebody mentioned Rhode Island. I know in Providence, Rhode Island, they have snookers. Right, that's one of the top pool halls. So reach out to your local pool hall, and a lot of the pool halls have house pros, and then you could, get their information, reach out to them, and that could be the first step, right? Just take one lesson with your local house pro, and see if you really connect with them. And then what I recommend is, my students that really want to progress and commit. Right, you have to commit really to the process. Mm-hmm. That we do lessons every 2 weeks, a minimum of once a month, so that we can build on your skills and keep working and just keep, it's kind of stacking and layering on everything you're learning so you can progress.
And for those that don't have access to a pool hall, there is a BCIA. Sophia Mass recently got Sam Dieppe as a coach, and she was received the Billiards Instructor of the Year award this year from the BCIA. And they have a website and a directory of instructors, and there may be an option that's closer to you. So, pool halls there. There's the BCIA Billiards Instructor Association there. And there's so many resources. There's YouTube, but I feel like as a beginner player, YouTube is overwhelming, and there's also some videos that maybe is not a good advice for you.
That's so true. There are a lot of great videos out there, guys, but you do want to be selective, and some are giving bad advice. But the other thing is that you don't want to clog your brain. There's so much going on in this game, right? That if you get too many deciphering things, just back to this rack really quick. This is the key shot, the 3 to the 4 right here, right? So I'm not sure. I guess she likes the combo here, the 4 to the 7.
I think there's a simple safe here.
There are multiple safe options as well, correct, for sure. She could thin the right side of the 4 and kind of just put the 4 ball on the top rail, send the cue ball down. She could roll forward and send. She liked the combo. Look at that. I was gonna say she played position for the combo, so she must be really liked it, felt good about it.
Yeah, she's like combo all day, all night on this situation.
Yes. And thank you. Somebody in the chat just recommended myself, Matt. Thank you. We just did a lesson recently, and yes, if you want to, you come see me in NYC. I give lessons out of Amsterdam Billiard Club. I've been out of that room for 17 years. It's one of the best rooms in the world, in my opinion. And I love working with new students and kind of helping you get your pre-shot routine better and kind of looking for those flaws and yes, come see me if you want. I love coaching and helping people improve.
I also give lessons focusing on beginner students in Hoboken at Play Hoboken.
Yes.
So if you're interested in taking a lesson.
Fabulous.
I try to be very
coach as well. And yes, Ada, you have a great brain to keep things simple with the new players for sure. I think that you would be great at that. So
yeah,
yes,
I like to try to get the new players started because, it can be very frustrating as a new player. You get on the table, you have no idea how to shoot balls, and you're like, why am I missing? This game sucks. I don't want to play anymore.
For sure. All right, what a great out by Allie with that 4-7 combo being really the key shot. She is ahead 4-3 in this match. Let's check out scores from around the room.
Yes, let's.
All right, what do we got? We got Savannah Easton up on Taruko 5-3. We have Matai, right? What did you say her nickname was?
Maite.
Maite, I love it. Up on our young gun Jordan Helfrey 4-1. We have Kaylee McIntosh ahead 5-1 on Joanne Mason Parker, who is a Hall of Famer and old school pro that recently came back on tour the last few years and is great. Soledad 4-1 on Sandy, and Soledad Ayala, we've been seeing more this year. This is, I believe, her second event. She's a great player, international player. Wang above Monica Webb 5-2. Lori John has come back. She was down at she was up at the beginning. So April actually has come back and closed to tied it up 4-3. Lori John's ahead, and last but not least, Kelly Fisher and Vero. Look at that.
Vero's fighting back.
Vero's fighting back. So Kelly's up 4-3 on Vero. All right, and let's see. Okay, Janet's break. So last time Janet was down 2-1, she was able to break and run and tie the score. Looking to do the same thing here.
Well, Janet's break is very good. She has mastered this template break. Our official template is the perfect rack. It does a really good job of keeping everything together and then helping us satisfy the 3-point requirements.
Yes. I will say I've really the racks have been great this tournament, and they have recently come on board with us, and I think they're really one of the best template racks out there. So Janet got an unfortunate roll here with the 1 ball. She does not have a shot on the 1. She cannot hit the 1 directly. So she can elect to play kind of a nice little kick safe here and keep the 1-4 tied up, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what she's going to do. Because
also
the push out doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
she has the option to push. Yes, guys. So when you come to the table, Yeah, so she
leaked
just
out.
caught it a little too thick, and honestly I would have rolled up on it like a little softer and kind of tried to hit it full. I think she tried to thin it and send the cue ball down table, right? And kind of but it's hard to control the one and the cue
I
ball
don't
with
know. It
that.
seemed like she was in between decisions the way she executed that.
That's a good observation. I agree. She kind of was still seeming like, kind of, you can tell in her body language that she
Yes.
wasn't really settled.
This game is all
the
about
shot.
committing to your decisions and being confident.
Yes. So let's see. Allie has the 3 to the 4 really is kind of, but the 5 to the 7 ball where the 7 is also a little tricky.
She gave herself some angle here on this 3, so she could.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a smidge more than she would have liked, but I think it's a really nice line, right? To kind of just a natural draw over to the 4.
Yep.
So then really it's the 5 to the getting on the 7 ball, because it's kind of more frozen or closer to the rail, is really important for this rack. Oh yeah, so going back to the push out rule, guys, when you break a 9 ball and you have the option to push, and what that means is that you can put the cue ball, hit the cue ball anywhere on the table. You can, in theory, make a ball. You can do anything really, and then it's your opponent's option to come back or not. So obviously, if like where Janet broke there, if you can't see the 1 ball directly and you have to hit the 1, you need to have an option to not be penalized for that, right? And that's where the push out rule comes in, right? Then your opponent has the option to give it back to you or not. So what you're looking for in a push is kind of that 50-50 place, right? You don't want it to be so easy that your opponent just like automatically takes it, right? But you don't want it to be too hard that your opponent just automatically gives it back to you, right? So it's kind of the Goldilocks.
So that 4 ball shot I thought was a bit on the difficult side, and she hit that so cleanly.
Yeah, I know Allie just is one of the top players of all time. Now here I'm curious where she's gonna go.
Just one rail out.
She tried to bump it off. See, she tried to run into the 7, and I don't blame her for that.
I think she's just gonna do a stop shot and accept that angle and then punch it off the rail.
Yeah, well, she kind of got the wrong side of the 5, right? She got the angle going forward under the short position. Oh, never mind. This is the 6 ball.
We're now on the 6 ball.
Thank you. I look like the 8 to me. So, but she did try to bump that 7 off to make it easier.
Yes.
With the 5. So the 7 to the 9 here, she can let her stroke out and shoot the 9 in the bottom left. She could also kind of like a pinch draw here and kind of hold it, but that could get dangerous.
I think she could roll up right into the 9 if that is the case. So she wants to make sure she looks at it,
Well, she kind
makes
of
her
like
decision.
the pinch draw, like a kind of a pinch draw throw shot. She could just like keep it right there.
That description was like 5 things in one or
Pinch
something.
draw throw. I just made that up, but it is. I feel like it's a good description for that shot.
She looked like she just called her extension. She wanted to take a little bit more time to think about this.
Yes, that's a seasoned move right there. Yes, always use your extension, guys, on a key shot of the rack when you're on the TV table or any table with a shot clock. Yeah, that's the pinch draw throw.
Pinch draw throw. For those doing homework.
Okay, wait. Pinch draw throw. Write it down. Put it in my book. And so she used a little bit of outside left English, right, to throw the ball towards the pocket so she could hold the cue ball more. And then it was kind of just like this, not a full draw, but just a little smidge of it to hold it right there. And great out.
A little bit more pace. It would have been in the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
So perfect
a
speed.
little too close for comfort. And someone mentioned in the chat, no pain, no gain, which is 100% one of my favorite favorite quotes. I would say no pain, no gain, and that's what you got to do with exercise, with lifestyle, and with pool as well. Pool is, guys, if you want to get better at pool, it is a long road. It is a long journey, right? You have to really commit.
Well, they say
to the long haul.
In order to master something, you have to spend 10,000 hours doing it.
Or 10 years. This is 10 years or 10,000 hours.
That's absolutely true. I took the 10-year route, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
But honestly, though, during in your process, guys, with you taking lessons and things, you can jump quickly to different levels, and that's very exciting if you love the game, right? And you'll see that progression and jump. Like maybe you move up a skill level in your league, right? In your handicap league, or maybe your FAR goes up by 20, 30 points. That's the kind of like benefits that you'll see from working with a coach, and then you just keep chipping away and as long as you want or are interested in or you can. But it is very exciting to get better at pool when you love it. Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing improvements in my game, and I even had a really good YouTube video this year.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
When I'm not feeling good about myself, I go back to this video and I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, for sure. And guys, for those tuning in, I'm sure a lot of you already know Allison Fisher, but Allison, if you do not, Allison has been around since 1995. She has the most titles of any woman in the sport of pool. She came from she was a snooker champion when she was young.
Ooh.
And she moved over here to the States to play American pool and has really dominated ever since. She's a Hall of Famer. She's everything.
Look at the safety that Allison just played.
That was great. But Janet does have a 2-rail kick, right? Coming from behind the one. She's got to make sure she hits it with a lot of pace. Yep. Oh, look at that.
Wow,
Great shot.
look at that.
Wonderful.
Kick and make it.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, that was a great save from Allie, but she didn't freeze her on the 5. And so she gave Janet that opportunity to make the ball, kick it, and a pretty easy 2-rail hit.
I think at this level, everything has to be like right up against the ball. Be super precise. If you're going to do a save, you have to make sure it's as lock up as possible, or, cut off all the options.
Exactly right. Yes. So her goal was to freeze it on the 5, but it was still a constructive save, but there you go. Okay, and that was tricky, right? She made that great kick shot, but she was down table and kind of had a funny angle on the 2. So, she went for it, but it was a tough shot. So now she's kind of left Allie tough here in response. Playing the 2 in the top right corner, however, the position is the cue ball wants to naturally travel towards that side pocket, right?
Yeah.
Away from the 3.
It's a little above the side pocket, so curious to see if she can throw it in and get shape for this.
The throw, though,
3.
she kind of has to maybe take what she's given and settle and kind of just roll forward, right? Because you can't. It's really hard with this. Yeah, exactly. That's what she tried to do. It was really tricky. So she tried, the only really angle to not scratch in the side, right, was to go forward with follow, right, which is, guys, for people tuning in that don't know that term, follow is just hitting higher up on the cue ball, right, so that the cue ball travels forward. And then if you hit lower on the cue ball, that's called draw, and that's bringing the cue ball back towards you. I think sometimes that we forget, we just assume everyone watching are pool players, right? But we want...
So, and we're talking about the vertical axis of the ball. So center ball would be...
pool nerds.
Center ball would be stop shot, and then you're doing like a tip or more above center to elicit the follow action, or a tip or more.
And a stop shot meaning just the cue ball has no movement and stops exactly where it is when it hits the object ball, right?
Yes.
So it's all about position play. So she tried.
Wow, look at that
She tried to
fanciness.
make it, and almost did, but kind of clipped the 6 ball there. This is hanging deep in that deeper shelf on the diamond, but I think Allie has enough to just clip it and send it forward. Yep.
That was perfect speed.
Yeah. So again, when the ball's like so deep in the pocket, you don't want to do too much with it. You just want to focus on the part of the ball that you're hitting, right?
Yeah, and the rail too. She used the rail a little bit to get
well,
I
actually think that she just caught the part of the 2 ball perfectly and came then off the rail after. But the thing there is, if you catch the 2 ball too thin, the cue ball will go flying, and if you catch the 2 ball too thick, the cue ball just will stop right there where near the pocket and no position on the 3. So very well executed. She's a little straight here. She's going to try to punch across for the 4. Yep, and that was she just kind of settled there. She didn't want to do too much with the cue ball there because she was a little straight. So just make sure that she has a nice shot on the 4. Gonna let her stroke out probably, right, and come back and forth, or she can elect to draw.
This is a
off the rail.
standard shot in 9-ball, so homework people, this is a very good shot.
A great shot to practice for sure.
Just like that.
Yep.
Like butter. So
Yes.
pretty.
And you can see, guys, that she used, we call it outside English, or in that case, it would have been left-hand English for her to draw off the rail and make the cue ball go kind of higher, so she went above the side pocket, right? If she had just not used any English, it would have just gone straight across back and forth, right? Then she has a steeper cut on the 5.
It's all about the angles. Look, she left herself a nice angle.
Yep. Exactly. Nice angle. And you want to get close to your work, guys. You want to get close to the other ball, so you're not trying to do too much.
She left herself very straight.
A little straight here, but I think she's fine. She has enough angle in the right direction, so she can maybe go one rail forward, or she can kind of just draw a little bit out and just. I think that's what she's going to do. You don't want to do the one rail forward might cause you to miss the shot, but if she feels good, that's also a great option.
It's stop shot or a small draw.
Yeah, I agree. That would be the safest option.
Yeah,
But-
please like, share, and follow. We have Lonnie Fox Raymond, voice of the stream, reminding everybody.
Yes.
Please like, share, follow.
Yes,
so that-
please like, share, follow, guys. We really appreciate it.
and you can contribute to the WPBA by making a donation by clicking on the $sign.
Yes, there is a
icon.
$ icon, guys, and all of the donations go to improving our stream and the quality. Lonnie and her team work. Well, Lonnie Fox basically is the team, but and her husband Bob and everyone here works really hard to give you the best free stream possible. So we appreciate all the donations and likes and shares and subscribe, of course. Great out from Allison Fisher to extend her lead to 6-3.
All right, looking around the room, what is going
let's
on?
Check out. All right, Savannah ahead 6-4, 6-2 with Matei and Jordan. We have Kaylee, a lot of 6-2s. A 6-2 against Joanne and Kaylee. Kaylee's ahead on that. Ooh, Sandy Chang is fighting back against Soledad, so that is 4-2 now. Wang on the hill, 7-2 against Monica. We have Kelly Fisher ahead 5-3 on Vero, and Lori John extended her lead 6-3 against April Larson. All right, back to the feature match. Janet really looking for a break and run here to try to close the gap.
Thank you, Trucker, for your donation. We appreciate everything that you do for us.
Thank you, Trucker. Yes. Guys, every dollar helps, so appreciate that your donation so much.
Oh, is she able to see that one ball?
I think she is, yeah. So this is a great break. Great opportunity to get another rack on the board here. The key shot really is right now. The 1 to the 4. The 6 to the 7 too, because of where the 8's lying, right? The 8's kind of blocking that top left pocket is also important, right? To get a good position on the 6 for the 7. But starting off here, I mean, I think she can make the 1, but she's very straight. So
I think she should just follow it a little bit so that she can accept the
the 4
ball.
in the bottom left corner. Yeah, that could be an option. Let's see. She might have a little bit more angle than we realize. I think she's trying to just draw straight back.
Maybe, or stun it over, right?
She's going to draw straight back.
She stunned it over.
Stunned it over. Yep, that was a great option. And just settle for the 4 in that top left corner. That's great.
I think she prefers to stun a shot. I feel like you'll see some players that will go multiple rail position versus more of like simpler, like a stun or a stop shot.
I think that just that for that particular shot, that was a great option because if she was going to power stroke either direction, right, she could potentially miss it.
Yes.
So keeping it simple there was the best move.
Especially these tricky corner pockets with the deep shelf.
For sure.
Need to be very
careful.
careful.
So now this is really critical, right? Because we talked about that the 6 to the 7 is on the more difficult side for position.
And she has to make sure she lands correct for this 5 balls to get to the 6.
Well, no, this is a very important shot for the 6 to the 7. All right. So the natural angle is going towards that top right pocket now, right? So
I think she's gonna have to go a few rails to get position for this.
I mean, she
six.
can she can go up to the top rail, right, and use English to spin off and kind of go back toward that 6. She has to just avoid the getting hooked behind the 7 or the 8 ball, right? And I think
avoid the traffic.
exactly that's what she did.
Oh, watch out!
Yeah. No, she a little clip on the 8, but maybe a little bit more pace, right, would have gotten her closer to the 6. But she's good. She's good. She's bear down on this ball, 100% focus, and she's gonna draw just kind of another stun right off the rail there for the 7 in the top right corner.
She's got to be careful that she doesn't get.
She has enough room.
Yeah.
She just really no extra body movement at the end, right? The 8 shouldn't be a problem for her. Yeah, just like that. She had plenty of room. She wasn't jacked up over the 8 ball.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really like touching her cue stick, so she kind of had just enough room.
Yes.
To be comfortable.
So we are on Billiards TV, and we are watching the YouTube channel, WPBA Billiards. So please sign up in our channel, and then you can receive notifications when we go live. We are featuring a full day of matches.
Billiard TV is amazing, 24/7 pool. Check it out. And you can catch a lot of our matches as well on there.
Oh,
she's motioning to
get an extension or a bridge.
Yep, exactly. So, guys, another motion to get her the extension for her cue. So she's reaching a little bit for this 8, but she has a really nice angle to just come down one rail. That's what I would do. You don't want to do too much here because she is kind of reaching, guys. So when you're reaching for a shot, your body's naturally more uncomfortable. So you tend to jerk or rush, or kind of like your body wants to get out of that position. So settling into that uncomfortableness when you're stretching is kind of really important.
Oh, watch out.
Yeah, so, she's a little closer to the rail than she would like, but...
With a steeper angle than she would like as well.
And a little steeper, yes. Yep, a little steeper, but, she's not in danger of scratching in the side pocket, really. So she can just use a natural follow and just focus on making this ball.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Yeah, I feel like that was she got down on it very quickly, and I think that she looked uncomfortable to me. I think that she should have just stood back up and kind of reset.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know if she had her extension or not to use, but that would have been a good time if she didn't. If she had her extension, she should have taken it.
It's so important to be absolutely committed to each shot, and I think there's maybe a doubt in there.
Well, and sometimes it's tricky when you're on the shot clock, and you're down already, and if she didn't have her extension right to be like want to get back up, because then you're going to have the shot clock operator call 10, right? If you've been down and you only have the 40 seconds, right? So then sometimes you just want to stay there and just like, okay, no, I'm good. But for me, it felt like she got down quickly and then was down on the ball a long time. Right? Instead, you want to just be taking your time when you're up on the shot, be like, I'm ready, get down, and then execute.
Yes.
Right.
And give a very good acceleration.
Yeah, exactly.
So Allison Fisher on the hill right now.
Allison Fisher on the hill. And you got to remember, guys, too, that these ladies go way back. Janet, has so much respect for Allison as one of the most decorated female player of all time. So for her to make that 9, there was probably more nerves than in a normal match, right? Because you don't get a lot of opportunities with Allison or Hall of Fame players. So when you have that chance to win a game, and of course Janet is a seasoned veteran, but she might have felt very excited and had that opportunity to win another game, and then could have also had that adrenaline affect her on that shot.
I've had the pleasure of playing Allison Fisher twice, and I was able to get 1 rack.
Yeah.
She was so dominant.
She's very dominant. Yeah, I actually on our match last night, I was ahead 2-1, and then it was 4-3, and I was hanging in there, and then I made 3 balls and scratched on a break, and I knew it, and she ran out and broke and ran, and I was like, whoops.
My next goal is to get 2 or more against Allison if I play her again.
I think that's a great goal, Ada. All right, let's talk about this rack, and this is for the win here for Allie. She's on the wrong, like a kind of a funny position on this 1 to the 2. but she could try to make it. I would play safe here because it's really kind of funny, and it looks like she's going to do that because she would have to try kind of a punch draw off the rail. Oh, never mind.
Punch
Allison,
draw off the
punch
rail.
draw off the rail is no problem for Allison. But she could have played safe if she didn't feel good on it, right? If you were on like in that match and maybe not Allison Fisher, you could have played safe there.
Yes.
Right. So
But
this
she's
is
on
wide
the
open
hill.
now. That was really the trickiest shot of this rack. So everything's kind of wide open. 2 ball, right? 3. Now the 4 hanging in the side, right? So kind of come off. You don't want to get close to the 6. You don't want the 6 in play here, right? So you're just going to come off the rail above the 6, have the 4 to the 5, and then 5 down for the 6 in the bottom right corner. And
So it's looking like it's curtains for Janet. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree. There's no commentator curse with Allison, so she elected to go forward, which is not a bad option because now the angle from the 4 to the 5 is more natural.
And it's a bigger area too. Avoid the traffic.
Yeah. So obviously Allison navigated the window easily, but maybe a lower, not as a seasoned player, the 6 could come into play. So both options are good there. Yep, lay your stroke out. Beautiful. Come down. All right. Not ideal. She's jacked up over the 8 and she's very straight. So she's going to have to settle, right? Kind of settle for a more difficult 6 ball here. So let's see what she decides to do. She could just stop it. Okay.
I think she has enough room.
She has enough room, and I get closer to the 8. And I think she has enough room to go forward. Let's see.
Yeah, 2 rails. 1, 2.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, guys, sometimes our camera angle is an optical illusion, but no problem there for Allie. 2 rails into that long position line we talked about for the 6 in the bottom right.
So this is 1 rail position, I'm thinking.
On it, yeah. I mean, she could play kind of like a stop shot here and just make sure she has an angle for the 8. She can go. You don't want to go just even getting straight here is fine though because of where the 9 is. So it's a lot of, just keep it simple. Yeah, exactly. Just kind of get closer to the 8, right? And now she could draw 1 rail down for the 9 in the bottom right. She could go forward. Whatever she's feeling feels the best with. Just get down and execute and expect Allie to win the match here.
But commit to your decision, whatever you're feeling.
Yes, you're right, Ada. Commit 100% standing up. Do not, if you get down, see, there you go.
She
Allison got down. Well, she got down and then she wasn't committed to her decision, you could tell. Got back up, reset, gets back down, and now commits to her decision, and then execute. But yeah, if you ever have thoughts creep into your mind, guys, and you want to change your decision when you're down on the ball, stand back up, make that decision, and then reset, and then get back down, right? You never want to change your mind when you're down on the ball.
Yeah, if you're still thinking about other things besides just pocketing,
Yeah.
get back up.
Yeah, because then your whole body's out of alignment, and now you've shifted yourself. You miss a lot more balls that way.
And people don't talk about the eyes. Your eyes are shifting too.
Eye patterns, very important, yes. All right, excellent match. Allison played wonderfully. Janet also played great and hung in there, and we will see Allison Fisher continue. Unfortunately, Janet is knocked out of the tournament, but she is a great player. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to our channel. There will be great action all day coming to you from such a great field here at the WPBA Dr. Poole Jacoby Tour Championships. Ada, it was such a pleasure commentating with you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I will be back later tonight for the 9 o'clock match, and we will see you guys soon. Please stay tuned.
Our next match is at 2 o'clock, so please stay tuned. 40 minutes. We're at 2 o'clock Central Time, so don't go too far away because we have another exciting matchup coming up soon.
Excellent. All right. Have a great day. Thanks, guys, and stay out. So much more action coming for you.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
The WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
An incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.